welcome to the Bot Box. We've talked about quite a few walking bots on this vlog now, and the time has come to talk about the first, which wasn't in the series proper. It was only a reserve, but it did get on TV anyways. Jim Struts was a white and see-through box with a face on, with two sets of skis-type feet on either side of the robot, attached via legs. Just to clarify, that's two on one side, two on the other. So basically it walks with the feet going on one side and on the other. It was way over the weight limit for Series 2 of Robot Wars, even for walkers, weighing 175.9 kilos. Aside from its feet, it wasn't armed. Jim Struts entered the Reserve Rumble, obviously being a reserve, in the Grudge Match special at the end of Series 2 of Robot Wars, where it faced Box on Wheels Lateral Thought, Forklift Axebot Bumblebot, and Cutting Disc Wielder Malice. Jim Struts was also unstable in testing, which is not really good, either for the team's garden, which it constantly landed on, or the team who will have had to pick up 175.9 kilograms of Jim Struts. Anyway, Jim Struts slowly walked across the arena, and Bumblebot had a poke, just drove nearby, but ultimately did nothing. Jim Struts went out of focus as Lateral Thought humans demonstrated some lateral thought and drove their bot into the house robots instead of the other reserves they were meant to be fighting. Mistake. Forklift tried to tangle with Jim Struts, but found it was too heavy to lift. Tried to drive under, tried to lift, nothing. Malice was busy tangling with Sir Kilot, or rather, Sir Kilot was tangling with Malice. Sir Kilot had picked Malice up and was wafting it around near the flame pit. Again, mistake on Malice's part. Forklift ended up in a fight with the house robots. Lateral Thought and Malice ended up in the pit. Forklift got cooked and pitted and caught fire in the process, before Bumblebot finally tried to fight Jim Struts. Jim Struts tried to flick Bumblebot, but in the end just nudged it towards the house robots, and the house robots' domain was pretty big in Series 2, covering the entire edge of the arena. And Bumblebot went down after it got attacked by the house robots, leaving Jim Struts standing alone, and thus the winner. Jim Struts did not actually enter into the main series. The team returned for Series 3. They had a robot that was in one of the special walker battles, Miss Struts, and ended up eventually entering the main series with a robot I've already talked about, Arnold A. Term in Egg, or gotta pronounce that robot's name carefully. Jim Struts benefited from three things. 1, nobody was really quite sure what to do with Jim Struts. 2, the other bots went for the house robots and not each other. Are you supposed to be fighting each other, not the house bots? And 3, Jim Struts was too slow to get anywhere near the house robots. It didn't actually move all that much. It was out of focus for most of the fight. It did move enough to be classified as mobile, but as a result was essentially away from the other bots, which were fighting house robots and losing. Being different kind of helped Jim Struts in that because no one knew what to do with it, they left it alone. And thankfully, the instability problem looked to have been fixed by the time they got to the arena, which is a good thing. They probably wouldn't have done well in the main series. They would have, if they'd been in the main series, they would have had to face the gauntlet, and you don't get that much time in the gauntlet. I don't think Jim Struts would have got far at all. So, who's next? Taiki, please be kind. Oh, this is one with a long name. Meat Machine. Until next week, Garson244, out.